And we are live at 5:05/7:05 Central from the Piranha Pod. What's happening, everybody? Welcome you back to the pond. Come on in. The water is fine. It's nice and warm and a little bit cloudy because I don't see.
We
I don't see
still
the.
looking
I
for
don't
two
see the
more piranhas.
mermaid.
Right, we still looking for two
Right.
more piranhas.
I am your illustrious host, the Kingfish Mac, joined as usual my fail safe, my brother from another mother, Mr. Frankie Nine Flyer. What's up with your baby boy?
What up, world? Hoping you guys are all having wonderful evenings, man.
That's right. What's up, Micklen? Shout out to Micklen.
What up? Nah, we on time.
We on time.
Party.
Uh, right. It's been a pretty eventful weekend, uh, to say the least. I guess we are not the first to talk about this. I mean, we're not the last to talk about this. We was actually on it at the time that shit popped off. In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me give you a bar of this. 2 minutes of funk. This ain't no junk. Give my other folks the time to get on the tree trunk.
Good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Cold arrow there.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Nick,
out your fucking mouth.
wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
All righty. Hey.
Especially for white people.
Welcome to my beautiful cousin. Y'all know who brings the shine and the bling to the pond. My beautiful cousin, Miss Nick Mo. What's up with your show? Fashionably late, like a sister ought to be.
Hey, just in time. Just in time.
Just in time for the grind. Yeah. Back to the story. My peoples. Who else is in here? Oh yeah. We're gonna get right down to it, Mimi. So as you guys can see, you guys probably heard, unless you've been living under a rock for the last 2 days.
Thank you.
Will Smith. Hey, Mama now. Will Smith gave Chris Rock at the behest of a bad joke, we'll call it. Behest of a bad joke. Chris Rock suffered what can only be described as an open-handed slap across the cheek on stage at the Oscars from another man, Mr. William the Fresh Prince Smith. As you guys can probably guess, social media has been afire with a lot of various different opinions and points of views, moral stances. We've had apologies, fake apologies, apologies that didn't stand up to the test, and a variety of other shit. And as I said at the beginning of the podcast, we're not late to the story. We were probably first on it if you joined us on our Clubhouse page over there, you would have knew that we were right in the moment before the guy even got his Oscar. We was on top of shit, discussing whether or not the slap was real, what were the social implications behind it, what were the emotional, what we thought may have been some of the emotional triggers, for lack of a better word, that it may have led to uh, such an act. And we each, in our own particular perspective, had very strong feelings one way or the other. So, uh, at our regular scheduled time, 5:05/7:05 on a Tuesday or a Thursday, we here with the shits, y'all. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. What y'all been seeing in social media? I mean, we all saw the slap. What have you guys been seeing in social media that you agree or disagree with in terms of the way that the rest of the world has been responding? Talk to me.
I mean, this played out to me, like I said, it had to play out. I think it was definitely one of them things that it was a very in the moment type of thing. And but it was also one of them things that once you did it and realizing what you did and how you did it and where you were, it was instantly, you know, he instantly regretted it and stuff like that. And and I, just on social media, I've been getting some mixed reviews. Will was within his rights and he should have and stuff like that. You know, having processed it, having kind of watched some of the footage again on it, this is my view about it as a piranha. In watching the video again, I think it was one of them things that it changed very quickly for Will because I don't think he initially felt like that was going to be a problem, but Jada's reaction to it put him in a position to like, oh fuck.
Right, right.
She
Remember,
wasn't because I mean, if you watch it, that's kind of what happened. Because when everybody say he laughed,
he laughed.
for all intents and purposes, he did, but she didn't, and kind of grabbed his arm in such a way or something like that. So, as any man that's gonna defend a woman, he was, yeah, I'm at the fucking Oscars, but it was a catch 22. What the fuck I'ma do? My girl ain't good with it, and this shit gonna be real bad for me at the fucking house. I gotta do something, And again, again, I kind of see the stuff around media that Jada gonna fix it, Jada gonna fix it. I don't think it was for Jada to fix because it was done in reaction to a reaction that she gave.
Right.
I'm not saying it was wrong, but at the same time, she ain't fucking grab one and say, "Whoa, whoa, Kibo Sabi, we could talk about this on the back end with Chris." You let him go on stage. For all intents and purposes, you wanted him to defend your honor. I ain't mad about it. But like I said on Clubhouse, I hate for us to look like niggas on TV. I'm sorry, I do. And excuse the French. And the Oscars is the elite of the elite. I always said that Chris had to respond in the way that he did. He couldn't react to Will's reaction. Why? Because the Oscars would have been ruined. And there was a whole lot of people who worked real hard and waited to get that recognition from, and that's the top of your craft of getting an Oscar. So I feel like had Chris would have reacted like he may have wanted to, but besides the fact I think he was kind of confused on what the fuck had really going on anyway. But getting his bearings on live and national TV, and you the fucking host, he had to make some decisions in his head real fucking quick because he was the host. So I felt like, in his decision, like the show must go on. Yeah, I get it. We ain't there, y'all. We ain't Chris. We ain't hosting a fucking Oscar. Yes, it's rough to fucking take a chin. Nobody wants to take a chin. You don't want to look like you don't want to look like the pussy who took a chin. I get that. But I he had to make some smart decisions again. What we said there, when your bank account reaches a certain status, a lot of people wonder, how what I heard on the radio recently. Can you still be rich and be nigga at the same time? I heard that recently. So again, I feel like in retrospect to the show, it had to go on. I felt like Chris had to make the decision he made because again, a lot of people worked hard for that accolade, and had they would have fought, then that show would have been done. Like it wouldn't have even been the rest of that show. And I think a whole lot of people who worked hard and was waiting to be there and getting their just dues, it would be worse. Like I think that the Academy could take that. They could take that apology from Will. They can even take that apology from Chris. And I don't see neither of them not being invited again because they rectified it really fucking quickly, which they needed to. I said it needed to happen. I said that Chris needed to formally apologize and Will needed to formally accept that. And they both, for all intents and purposes, did their part because they realized at that moment it's done and over with, but it's much bigger than us. It's about the future of us there. They don't want us there anyway, but we great actors and they can't deny us that right. So we gotta be there. But the way we show up there means a whole lot more than just a white person showing up there.
So I want to start from the back of her comment to the front. I First of all, I don't believe Chris Rock should apologize for anything. Second of all, the show already has an asterisk because the niggas already acted out, so there's an asterisk on that. And adjacent to that, there was the first one that was executive produced by a black person. Like the whole shebang was put together by black people in terms of this actual Oscars. So that was fucked up. Asterisk, bam. Anyway, so how Chris Rock reacted didn't really make no difference. They already see us how they see us, and that just perpetrated and put fuel on fire of that. On top of that, right? I'm still not convinced, like at all. I'm still not convinced. And that shit could have been fucking rectified a totally different way, right? I just think Will was weenie for it, and it used to be my man's man, but that was just some altogether weenie shit when it could have been handled. Even if you
rectified, that could have been rectified in a totally different way. What way can two people being reasonable and apologizing to each other the way I feel like the way you wanted to be rectified, you want them to squab on stage. And if so, just say it.
I don't want them to square up at all.
But
if
they apologize to each other. How was it supposed
but
to be
he shouldn't have had to apologize for shit. 9 times out of 10, Chris Rock didn't even write that joke. You know what I'm saying?
Shouldn't have had to apologize at all.
Not even kind of. But even in that fact, no, I'm talking about the whole him being mad. I'm talking about the whole him being mad and all that shit could be rectified differently. The way he reacted to a bullshit ass joke could have been handled differently. That's what I'm talking about, the rectification of the whole situation. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about the way he handled that shit could have been rectified a totally different way. You know what I'm saying? But now, after the fact,
that's when I think Will realized that, which is why he was so remorseful after he did it. So
but all that shit is too late.
Where you coming from?
I believe the nigga, all that shit is too late. I believe the nigga crying on stage is some bullshit, unless he actually slapped the real nigga because he knows he's gonna get his ass beat after the show, and that's why he was really crying. But since it's Chris Rock, I just think it's crocodile chills in general to throw a motherfucker off for the bullshit he just did. And the motherfucker didn't formally apologize to that motherfucker till sometime today. Nigga, you hit me yesterday. That should have been the first thing out your motherfucking mouth.
They apologies were public
yesterday. Some bullshit, nigga. That's some, but no, that nigga did that shit today. Today. Yeah, is when he formally apologized. No, when Will Smith formally apologized to Chris Rock, it was today. That shit went out this morning. He apologized to everybody else yesterday.
I put both of them in the chat yesterday when it happened.
I'm talking about publicly and formally. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: the motherfucker didn't do that shit publicly in the shit.
Right, you just missing the day, Frank. That's all.
Right.
I know what you're saying, Frank.
You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, that motherfucker should have been the first thing.
So
oh yeah, it is Tuesday.
Yesterday wasn't when it happened, right?
Right. Apologize yesterday
to everybody except
but that nigga. Right. That's what I'm saying. And apologize to that dude. Yeah.
Apologize to Chris. After everybody was saying,
I mean, I can go with what
you apologize to
okay,
everybody but
get
Chris.
That.
Is anybody checking on Chris around this motherfucker?
After this nigga getting a party and all this shit, this nigga left, got his award. First of all, that nigga shouldn't have been able to accept that award. He physically assaulted a man on motherfucking stage.
Yeah, but
that motherfucker shouldn't have been able to walk up on stage in general. I wouldn't give a damn.
I
wouldn't give a damn. He would have been accepting that motherfucker by proxy. He would have been accepting that motherfucker through Denzel around this bitch. Because that nigga wouldn't have been in the building. He just physically assaulted a motherfucker on stage. So fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why all that shit was weird as fuck. The fucking show.
I mean, let's just say
the
that
show
the whole thing was unprecedented because that you know sometimes
nothing is unprecedented. These people plan for everything. These people plan for everything, and because it happened, the people who even fucking made up the Oscars know right from wrong. And when you physically walk up there and assault a motherfucker, you by right should not be able to accept no motherfucking awards unless you accept an award for best actor and it was all some bullshit anyway.
I mean, it's something. I mean, it was. I mean, I get what you're saying. It definitely, like I said, it's definitely a benchmark to go around on how they would treat that in with future award shows. Because again, it was something that was unprecedented. It never happened there like that before. So not only did Chris had to make some decisions, Will had to make some decisions how he was going to accept that award and what he was going to say. The Academy had to make a quick decision on like how we going to let this proceed. So I do believe that a lot of people had to make some in the moment type of decisions in regards to the Oscars, and we are talking about the Oscars here. So
I
definitely get what you're saying, and like I said, I think it's a benchmark on what's to come. Now, I would say that if that ever happened again, then no, they would not. That probably wouldn't go down. But I think in the caliber of how it was handled, immediately after how it was handled, I think that played a big part in allowing the show to go on. Sometimes things are bigger than just two people.
I think that
like a birthday party for your child. You know, how you gonna handle it when something go out? Are you gonna ruin the birthday party for your kid and not let them?
If a nigga walk in my party and slap me, yeah.
You know, but again.
And not only that though, everybody in the party gonna probably whoop his ass.
Would need to be made really, really quickly in the moment.
I am, if not nothing, anything. Yeah.
Mom said she would have slapped him.
And I get it, me. I'm not, and everybody else. I'm not saying that Will wasn't wrong. Yeah, he was 100% wrong. I was the first to say that was totally the right move, but in a totally different, a bad venue, a bad avenue to apply it. But again, we are human.
That wasn't even the right move. That was a horrible move. That move wasn't nothing right about that move.
I think we all agree with that. We never said that wasn't. Actually, no, you was the one who was opposing. You're the one who said that it should have been further. And we was like, nah.
Yeah, should have fucked his ass up.
To stop at that moment.
He should have fucked his ass. I'd have threw the mic. I'd have threw that envelope, the mic stand. His broad if she stirred up. Yeah, it'd have been the social board.
It's not what you were saying on Clubhouse.
What you mean to say what I was saying on Clubhouse? Like bullshit. If that nigga have walked up and talked, if that nigga have walked up and put his hands on me, I'd have fucked him up. I wouldn't give a fuck what. It could have been the Oscars, the Rogers, nigga, the Willies, who the fuck it's, nigga. You put your hands on me, I wouldn't give a fuck. Tuxedo, WWE clothes, nigga. Yeah, that is what the fuck I bullshit. What did I say then?
That is what he said.
Yeah, knock it. You just wasn't listening. You was too busy talking. That's how that worked.
Quick decisions.
Fuck you mean? I wish the fuck I would.
Need to be made. Quick decisions were made. And I do believe that it's a benchmark. I do believe that no, if it ever happened again, no, that would not go down like that. No, if you would say this a win, no, you probably wouldn't be able to accept your award. I do agree that again, like quick decisions need to be made, but it wasn't.
Quick decisions, my ass. The right decisions need to be made. And that's the point. The motherfuckers make billions of dollars. They're not stupid people. They smart people. They do what they do for a reason.
I mean,
That man shouldn't have been able to accept that
who are you
award.
to say what the wrong decision is? They
You know what I'm
award, Joe.
No, but my point exactly, though. This nigga just assaulted the man on stage. What kind of president does that set?
Okay.
What kind of president does that set?
I think had Chris Rock probably would have pursued
Shit's fucking horrible.
Yeah, maybe it would have been a big deal, but it didn't. So I get it.
Here's what I think. I think from the reactions, what I've been checking out in the reactions of the last couple of days, I've drawn 3 different conclusions. Number one, white people are people who are not black, and more importantly, people of influence, black or white or any other race. And I don't mean influence, I meant to say affluence. People that have money, people who have in their mind kind of risen above the foundational shit of, reacting on some street shit, right? All of those people are on the Will Smith is a fucking thug. That was some bullshit. Chris Rock is a fucking motherfucking pillar of fucking manhood.
Straight saint.
Shit, all that shit. And then you have the black community. And the black community is coming down like this. Most people who traditionally have felt underprotected, right, and underrepresented, feel that shit, we're gonna throw Will Smith all kind of bail, right? Even if we don't throw him no bail on the actual criminal charge of assaulting the motherfucker because we pushing to keep your hands to yourself, we still temper that with, yeah, but you just, something about the joke. And yeah, he was defending his wife and all these different good reasons for bad behavior, right? And then you got niggas, street niggas, who come on 2 sides of things. Number one is a joke is a joke, but as what I said happened with Will Smith on Clubhouse, his wife had a reaction, and we don't know what the fuck they conversations is at home. So already this nigga was responding to some shit that he might have laughed at if it would have been somebody else in a different setting, or even if his wife had chuckled at the shit and not gave him that indication that, nigga, you better do something, right? Okay, so you got niggas that feel like that, like shit, nigga dissed my wife, I'd walked up on the stage and slapped the nigga too. And then you got the other niggas who say, I wish a nigga would. I don't give a fuck what I say about you, nigga. I'm on stage doing my job, nigga. You come up on this motherfucking stage, even Ricky Smiley said it. Nigga, if you'd have walked up on that stage and slapped me, you'd have limped back. I don't give a fuck about you being Will Smith, you being mad about no joke, nigga. You keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. It's just bottom rules of respect. What kills the fuck out of me right now in this moment is it seems to be that the black community is split, but it's like a reverse split because you got half of the black community that's really endorsing toxic masculinity right now. Right now, you got half the black community saying, I don't give a fuck to defend his wife's honor. This nigga should have violated every tendency of humanity that we've been pushing for the last fucking 50 years, right?
Or respect.
Because he's defending what I felt should have been right. Fuck what the vast majority of society says what was right, because the vast majority of society says that the nigga committed a criminal act when he got off his ass to go fucking walk up on that fucking stage. And half of the conflicted group, us, kind of feel like, nigga, the nigga's a comedian, homie. How you just gonna walk up? Like, nigga, that's some pussy ass shit. Like, I could see it if the nigga came off stage and walked by and smacked your wife on the ass. Then you fire his shit up.
Right.
The nigga's a comedian doing a joke, nigga, and you oversensitive, so you gonna take it to that other level, dude. And you deserve everything that you get. Like every fucking thing that you get. And I think that is kind of fucked up and shit, right? That we could be so split down the middle on shit, right? That it doesn't even matter who's doing what. It's just that we want to be split down the fucking middle. We don't agree on a motherfucking thing, right? When it comes down to the way that black men and black women, the way that black men are supposed to perform when it comes down to, about, and with sisters, right? Our women, right? Remember, this is not one of them situations where we could be saying, oh, it's some random shit. This nigga don't give a fuck. The woman was undervalued. She wasn't taken care of. She wasn't protected. None of that shit was in play. As a matter of fact, it was all the reverse. And now I'm pissed off. But you not. But you would be pissed off yesterday if the shit had happened the exact opposite, right? Where Chris Rock came off the motherfucking thing and slapped this nigga because his wife turned her nose up at this nigga's joke. What the fuck you mean my joke ain't funny, bitch? And come slap her husband.
Shit out of him. Yeah.
We would have been talking about how fucked up that was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, where's the equanimity here? Like, where do we draw the line to where, you know what I'm saying? It's a foundational principle that we apply, and it applies universally. Like it applies no matter what the fuck you are, black, white,
Right.
woman, man, gay, straight, whatever the fuck, right? Just being right.
Right.
When did right stop being right?
Right. Right.
When everybody started applauding and upholding and fucking just generally fucking praising the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like in music, all the wrong shit is dope. Like, the fuck do you mean, man? Like a woman, if she can't get no place unless she talk about her pussy and suck a dick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A fucking male if she can't get played unless he talking about robbing a nigga,
Killing some shit.
killing some shit, right? So I mean, all the wrong shit is being glorified. So when Will Smith walk up and literally assault a man on camera, motherfuckers think that shit is cool. You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't cool. The man was doing his job. The joke wasn't bad. Fucking 7 times out of 10, he didn't even write the fucking joke because the writers for the Oscars, they write as a group. You know what I mean? So
hold on, Frank. Yogi, it be on me, right? I usually be watching the comments because I be listening to them. But when I get on my rant, I ain't reading the comments, but I'm gonna put them up. Don't trip.
but we got you.
Don't leave us, Yogi.
Mama.
We got you.
But right, I fucking
Go ahead, Frank.
I fucking don't think that Will Smith slapping Chris Rock should be, regardless of the context of why, regardless, he could have did that shit behind stage. We could have been talking about something. He could just simply walked up to the brother and said, man, I think that joke was distasteful. You know what I'm saying? I'd appreciate if you apologize to my wife. And Chris Rock probably would have happily obliged the man. You know what I'm saying? Because they supposed to be friends. Like, they know each other. You know what I mean? So he'd be like, oh, my bad, man. You know, I ain't even write that joke, but I'll apologize, no problem. Where Jay at? Come on, baby. You know I love you, man. You know what I mean? It could have simply went that way. But on the other hand, like, people are throwing the bill for your boy Will in terms of why and all the boiling points and all of this shit coming down and people been raking him and he had a mental break and all this. I mean, according to the shenanigans, he was out there doing his thing too. So, I mean, it ain't like, you know, Goose Gander type shit. So what you mad at, bro? You know what I'm saying? Bro, why you mad? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? And I can't wait to see the Red Talk table on this shit because this is gonna be ridiculous.
But you know, hold on. Well, let's go to. And she could have stopped it. I don't get that she could.
How she could have stopped it?
I
How?
don't get that she could be the one to fix it when he did it in her honor. Excuse the fuck out of me. Somebody, if there was going to be a Red Talk table, then it's got to be hosted by somebody else. You don't get to be the reason why.
Oh no, she can't fix this.
That he was defending her honor. You don't get to be the one to be like, because to me that's like, okay, you chastising both of them when you could just fucking pull Will coat string and said, sit the fuck down.
So
was she doing a red table talk?
No, that's what I said, but I meant that in terms of I can't wait to see the meeting of the minds when it comes to this.
But I'm
Like,
saying,
I didn't mean red table talk in
social
general.
media has been blowing up with the
Okay.
whole red talk table. I'm like, no, Jada don't get to try to fix that. You don't
No,
get to
she
be
can't
the
fix it.
problem and the fucking solution.
She can't fix it.
Well,
If
that's
she
what I'm
just
saying.
sat there,
But everybody called him for it.
oh no, she can't fix that. All she can do is
You
talk
can't
about it.
be the problem and the solution. No, you don't get to straddle the fence on that. And I'm sorry
And he
because
knows, right?
the more I
But
look at that, okay, like I said, yeah, things happening. Yeah, like I
Shout
said,
out to
I
Atlanta
kind of
Toto.
feel like I feel like Will was kind of in a situation where he kind of needed to do something because his wife was a certain kind of way. However, even the way Chris set that shit up, he first said, "I love you, Jada," which let me know he was going to say something fucked up, probably about me, but he put a handle on it. Like the whole thing about it was just like I get it, but
But that's what they do.
and
Every
that's what I'm
host.
saying. And the joke wasn't even a
but
heavy joke.
I still feel that I personally feel that Will made a big deal about it because she had a big reaction to it. So I feel like had she not yeah, no, you can't tell nobody how to feel and stuff like that, and I get that, and however the situation was and whatever it was fucking about, because it could have been about the alopecia, and it could have just been about some other shit. And like I said, I'd be the first to say they had a rough ass fucking year. Their whole life has been splattered all over the news. Their personal life on full fucking display. Maybe it was a night they thought they could just breathe, have a good time, and not have to worry about all that petty bullshit they gonna deal with, like maybe on the breakfast show, or maybe on maybe they just thought it was gonna be a nice elegant night, and that shit wasn't gonna come up. Yeah,
So
like I said, Chris probably could have did a better joke, but maybe that's how in her mind she envisioned going into the night.
look, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but the monologue is clear throughout the whole shit, right? Like the guest, make sure there ain't nothing disrespectful being said. Like the monologue is clear through a certain amount of people, right? Like you can't just go up there with
I
raw
don't
jokes.
know. You know for sure. I don't know.
No, I'm asking because
no, I don't know.
I know they write as a group.
Because, Chris Rock and numerous other people have hosted
Okay.
before, and to me, all of them always kind of straddle the line a little bit. But no,
But is it ever distasteful though?
I've never known. Nobody has ever came out to me and said, "Oh, well, you know what? It's a list of shit that they're told not to say as opposed to what they could." I've never got that impression. I know some people push the envelope, but they tend to
Australian dude,
too much.
the Australian dude, I can't think of what
I know who you're talking about.
He did.
Yeah.
He did the shit one year.
And then
He
the
lit
other
everybody
dude
up.
for years.
He lit everybody up. The shit was the fucking talk of all the morning talk shows on Monday. They invited this nigga back the next year. That nigga roasted everybody.
And the other guy
way over the line.
What's his
telling
name?
you, oh, wait, was that over the line? That kind of them kind of junk. But now check this out. Watch this. My boy
justifies Will walking up slapping the shit out of somebody while they on stage. Now, if I was Will Smith, and we all different, I'm just saying the way I would have handled this is when he told the joke, I would have got out of my seat, but I would have went to my left or to my right to get backstage. Find out, okay, when the talent come off stage, do they come off stage to this side or this side? Okay, they come out to this side right here. Okay, I would have patiently waited for Chris Rock to come off stage. And when Chris Rock came off stage, I would have been like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I would have took Chris Rock in a small room and I would have asked him, I'd have been like, so what's up with that, what you just said about my wife? And I would have at least, because what happens is that would have given Chris Rock the opportunity to make the correction.
Boom.
Right?
Right.
That would have given Chris Rock the opportunity to say, "Hey, man, I didn't mean any harm," or you know, "Hey, fuck you, I said what I said." Okay, if he would have went backstage and said, "Fuck you, I said what I said," then slap the shit out of him if that's what you was gonna do. But did you give him an opportunity to correct? Did you give him an opportunity to apologize? Or you could have sat in your seat and said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And that would have been that.
Like you did.
That would have been that. He would have went on to the next joke or went on to somebody else. You could have made your point without walking up on stage, putting your hands on somebody. Because I tell you what, if you'd have came up there and slapped me, he would have been limping back.
Real shit. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
And I feel it, man. I feel him 100%, 100,000%, right?
I just
we
said
keep
that.
trying to have these conversations where we're throwing Will and Jada all this fucking bail. And the bottom line is, man, look, you're in the entertainment business, and it's gonna be a whole bunch of fucking bad, out of fucking character and poor taste jokes told about you, your mama, your kids. Imagine the shit that they done said about your son, and you ain't slapped nobody when this nigga was wearing skirts and they was dragging him all through through the internet, through Instagram and some more shit.
And your daughter.
You didn't slap yourself for letting the man, fucking embarrass you. I don't give a fuck what your particular understanding was with your wife, right? You Will Smith, nigga, you got public relations that you got to deal with, homie. Right. Can't dude, they pay you $20 million to be the man, like the manly man in every nigga. Can't nobody just be fucking your wife, dude, in your house. It's just not a good look, homie.
Not without you when it do come out,
you need to slap a motherfucker.
How about that, nigga? Not without you acting some type of fool.
You need to slap a nigga and get your fucking house in order.
But now all of a sudden, though.
But this shit here was some weenie shit. It was some real weenie shit all the way around.
Pure, unadulterated weenie shit.
No, it totally could have been handled a different way. Like I said, that was not the venue.
It is. Everything is. That's what I thought. They don't just let nothing go out there like that.
That wasn't the venue for that. It was, that wasn't the venue for that. And that wasn't a good look for us there. I see people online comparing that shit to the. However, I don't think it's nowhere close. But because it's already out there, you can't stop nobody's public opinion on how they view it. But they got some people, comparing it to the fucking Jerry Springer show, which we know ain't nothing even fucking close to that compares. However, when the perception is out there, you can't take it back.
Right.
And like I said, and I don't want that for us there because we fucking work hard. They got some damn good fucking black actors out there. We deserve every seat that we get there. So that's why I said, I do get that he immediately probably was like, what the fuck did I just fucking do on national fucking TV live? I can't take it back if I tried.
Dude, that particular Oscars was supposed to be the epitome of black excellence, bro.
Well, let me.
That shit was done because it was mainly ran. Hold on. Because it was mainly ran and put together by our people.
Okay, so here.
What do you mean?
They've had other.
What do you mean?
He dominated the category.
No, we put it together. We were executive produced. We all that shit.
Man. I gotta read up on that. I don't know.
Google that shit.
That brings me to the second question, right? Because we've been doing a lot of social media in the last 2 days about how quote unquote embarrassing a spectacle this was, because it was two black men, right? And the perpetual stereotype that comes along with that, and in such an auspicious setting as the Oscars, so regal, and everyone's in their tux, and this is the epitome of the Hollywood. And kind of what that says to me is kind of you niggas don't know how to act in front of white folks.
They don't.
Where
like they ain't been raised.
No, what I'm saying is, does that matter? Because remember, A nigga said something about Dre at the Source Awards and got the shit stabbed out of him with a fork.
Mm-hmm.
And we laughed about that shit. Wasn't nobody talking about this set us back 20 years and all this kind of fuck shit. And all that shit was produced by blacks. The whole motherfucking show. Every
record,
year.
I
Not
thought
just
that
that
was stupid
year.
too.
Well, which is a bad look within itself, because that's just putting out the
Yeah, I thought that was
we-
stupid back then anyway.
We expect that from black events, black venues, and we
When
don't
I heard,
Why?
supposed to.
when
Why?
I heard, when
No,
I heard,
that's what I'm
listen,
saying. That's just fucked up within itself. That to say that I would expect that from the Source Awards.
when I
It's not that-
heard,
it's not that you
I
even
expect
expect it,
that
it's
from
that
the
it's
BET
accepted.
Awards. That's I'm saying that's a jacked up look to have, because why? It's
So-
still an award show.
I was in jail,
I guess-
so I didn't see
I
it.
guess-
But when I heard it happen, I thought that then we go again. Now Nick can't take niggas nowhere. Niggas can't have shit. That's the first thing I thought when I heard that shit. That shit wasn't cute to me. That shit wasn't even fucking. You know what I mean? That shit was
Right.
stupid. I thought
I
that.
wouldn't
I
think
thought
that's
that.
justified.
My first thought was, goddamn, niggas can't have shit, man. We
I
can't
guess
have
I'm
shit.
giving the wrong impression. I'm not trying to say that it's okay for us to stab each other with forks at the Source Awards, and then it's not okay for us to go to the Oscars. And
No,
this-
I'm
what
saying,
I'm saying,
why is it gotta be
what
a
I'm
double
saying-
standard?
right? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying
saying,
is,
yeah.
why is there not the same reaction from our people? Fuck how any other America responded to this shit that happened, right? But if you just take hip hop America, right? Like, we don't even have to fucking cross no fucking racial lines, just hip hop America, right? All of us from this culture, black, white, Hispanic, all of us, right? When we heard, and I'm talking about all of us that are at an age of responsibility, 35 plus, right? When we heard the shit about the Source Awards, we was like, yeah, niggas being niggas, man. Or like Frank said, can't take niggas nowhere. But when we heard this shit, or when we saw it in real time, you know, the same group of people was saying, damn, that's fucked up. It set us back 20 years, man. We can't be going to them white people shit and showing out like that. The reaction is not the same. And I'm saying, why not the same audacity, or the same fucking awe, or the same disgust, or the same fucking vehement, fucking violent fucking reaction against when the shit happens at our own shit as when it happens at they shit. And they already proved to us, like, year after year, that they don't really give a fuck about us like that. Like, this is the first year, and I understand that, but it's almost like saying, well, look here, boy. White folks didn't let y'all niggas come in here and eat at the table today. So y'all gonna have to sit there and act like you got some manners. Don't be in there smacking and slapping. You're gonna have to come in here and you're gonna have to put your hands in your lap, and you're gonna have to use that goddamn napkin like white folks supposed to think that you're supposed to know how to do. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just some bullshit.
But this time too, also in adjacent to, they actually let these niggas set the table.
Auntie Lala.
Hey, baby. They actually let the help set the table this time. You know what I'm saying? They actually let us present the meal this time. So it's like, but even again, you said all of us of responsible age of responsibility, we all at the same token with this shit, and aside from the whole set us back 20 years shit, thought that both situations were some complete
fucked up.
bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Right.
Well,
So
well,
you know
most
what I
of
mean?
it.
Most of
Most
it,
of
yeah, you said those of us who thought that the same source shit was bullshit would take the same, but all the other motherfuckers though.
No, I'm saying those of us who ain't on no throwing Will Smith some bail for whatever.
Oh well, see, that's
fucking
the difference though. But that's the difference though in the two. Because after the Source Awards, I'm not even sure how many years they had going on after that. But niggas kind of like faded away from that. Like niggas wasn't even checking for that shit no more. Because after that, they kind of made a fucking debacle of it. Wasn't nobody really trying to be down with it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think in terms of our people,
Especially not no fucking Los Angeles.
Let me
right?
be
You know what I'm
clear
saying?
on my
So
point of view. I've been watching the Oscars a long ass time, and fucked up shit happen every year. But it's always mostly about white comedians. They always make fucked up comments about people. The only difference is with this one, a little squabble kind of happened in between. But when I see the Oscars and I see that shit, I always say, I'm so fucking glad that's not us up there with the fucked up ass comments. Billy Crystal, the history, Chevy Chase, the history of the fucking Oscars. That's always fucked up. They always say something fucked up about somebody. And it's always some bad shit. It's always some like, goddamn. But I was always glad that we got there and it wasn't us. We know how to fucking act.
Mama.
Or even in
She
previous
talking to her home.
years.
She talking
Yeah,
to
Chris
Atlanta
Rock
now.
it ain't his
And,
first time, but guess
right,
what?
when,
He
Auntie
did what
Bella.
he did, but it was
You
never
need to
really
read
too
the
much to
comments.
where nobody had something real negative to fucking say about it. I was always just glad that we always presented ourselves in such a fucking way to where it was never just us. It was never us. You know, I was all right with Billy Crystal making an ass of themselves. That's what the fuck they did. And most of the times, by the time the Oscars thought they was already fucked up. And by the time they came on with their monologues, they was already saying fucked up shit. And I was perfectly fine with that. My thing was that I don't like us to misrepresent us.
Well, yeah. That's the point. Ain't even the fact that it's white
So
folks
that's what
shit.
I said. It wasn't even the fact that all that. Like I said, my standpoint was always that kind of justified will, but not there. Again,
I'm wondering this kind of off subject, but it just struck me. So when the actual host, like Chris Rock wasn't the host, he was just presenting. The actual host was the three chicks, Amy Schumer and who was the other two?
Regina King
and
one more, but yeah.
Okay, so when they came out, Amy Schumer, her joke that she made was, oh yeah, this is the first time. It's that toxic femininity.
We said that. Yeah.
That's that toxic femininity.
Go on.
Yep.
But Amy Schumer said that the reason why they hired three women was that they could pay them less, all three of them together, they could pay them less than they would pay one man. And I just immediately thought, well, damn, Amy Schumer, Netflix just gave you 20 million, right? So
she came out.
You literally are making by yourself 20 times more than 90% of the men in that audience. But what if a man just was so fucking pissed off about being so underpaid that he just walked up and just slapped the shit out of her ass?
Well, still compared to the
even if it was a white guy.
Still compared to the Me Too movement, then actually she must still feel like no, she's still getting underpaid. But usually they try to make certain points out with award shows like that.
Yeah, Chris Rock felt like that haircut was looking like G.I. Jane.
Hey, and the crazy thing about that is even in that fact, she came out shooting, but she was basically aiming at the system, not. Yeah,
well, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Not nobody personal.
She infamous for making comments with her speeches when she meet. Most of them always take that time to address that because they are actors. They use that time to address that how lowly paid they are compared to men.
Amy Schumer is a hack. She stole Patrice O'Neal's jokes. I ain't fucking with her. That's what that is.
Patrice O'Neal, the man?
All hell. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't never really like Amy Schumer anyway, so I don't give
a damn. A certain type of drive
yeah. You know, I'm a Monique fan. I've always been a Monique fan, man. If motherfuckers had to pick sides and that type of shit, I'm always ride with Monique. Like, she funny as fuck. Period. Always have been to me. But
I'm a Chris Rock fan. How about that? I'm rolling with that.
Yeah, me too. Well, I ain't never been a Chris Rock fan, but I'm rolling for Chris. I'm rolling with Chris in this instance because that was some fucked up shit Will did, but I never been a Chris Rock fan either. But I mean, you know, I respected him though for what he do. You know, I probably would never want to go see him live, but shit, he still didn't deserve to get the shit smacked out of him.
But at the same time,
look, Frank.
I didn't
even realize this was Jenny.
Hey.
But at the same time, all press is good press because all it did is gonna make Chris Rock.
Yeah, but that ain't even the bad fact. That's not the bad part about it, though. Auntie Cousin, it's the fact that he defended her. He defended her, but like Ricky Smiley said, like I was saying, it's a whole other way you could have did that. It's a whole different
way you could have did that.
You could have did that on some personal man-to-man shit. Like, bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? And gave that man opportunity to be like, bro.
I said,
what do you mean?
You keep
that just goes to show you don't be listening.
But you
That's
keep
gonna show
saying
you
that
don't
you would
listen.
have went on stage and whipped his ass. So what is it? Were you gonna talk to him behind?
I'm talking about.
Or you just talking about
If
you
I
don't
was
wanna
Chris
shut that
Rock,
off? Because I
if
don't
I
know
was
what
Chris
you
Rock,
think.
I'd have whooped his ass. If I was Will Smith, I wouldn't have walked up there and slapped that man for what? It was a joke. My wife cut her eyes. She cut her eyes. She tell me
Okay.
something about it.
I
I'd
was
be
gonna
like, I
say
got
you
it, baby.
keep
Don't worry
saying
about
that
nothing.
she's suave, but now
No,
you
Yeah, go
talking
take the nigga
peace. I'm
backstage.
like,
I can
confused.
get
Right,
backstage.
exactly.
But
That
I
just
get
goes to
that.
show you
Yeah.
don't be listening.
Fuck you, bro. Don't come for me like
That's
that.
crazy.
You do it.
That is
You know
ridiculous.
what I'm saying?
You
You
know what
are
I'm saying?
that cracking.
That's
Hold on.
crazy.
If I'm fucked up and confused about it, imagine how the viewers are. You are saying one thing, but then saying something else of a sort.
Since when?
Of a sort. You
Not
talking
even at all.
about, but he should have squabbed it. I'm like, okay, but like you're not saying it like Ricky Smiley said it. Like, well, you should have went the other way to the room and talked about him. You talking about now he should have went on stage with his ass. So you kind of
No. I never said nobody should have went up stage and whipped their ass. See, that just goes to show you not listening. When did you hear me say? When did you hear me say that he should have went up there and whipped his ass?
Ben,
When did you hear me say that?
Did.
When?
If you want, but you
When?
did.
That just goes to show you don't
Do
listen.
that. If you go now, if
That's
you go
crazy.
stand on the 10 times, 10 toes
Hey,
down.
all I'm gonna say is check the tape.
Remind him what he been saying.
That I've been saying this the whole goddamn time.
See, there we go. What you saying and what you mean may be two different
I've
things.
been saying this the whole time. You just don't listen.
Okay.
You just don't listen. That's all. You just don't listen. It's cool though. That's fine.
You talking peace now, but you wasn't talking it.
No. I'm talking about it could have been a better way to handle that shit.
Okay,
I ain't even talking
said
peace.
that, and you
Period.
said no.
No.
When
When
it first happened, I initially said there could have been a better way that could have been handled.
No. I'm talking when it first happened. If he'd have walked up there and slapped the shit out of me, it wouldn't have been no peace. I'm talking about from Will's perspective. And I've said that from the gate, nigga. If he'd have walked on stage and put a finger on me, if he just walked on stage and poked me in my chest, I'd have pushed this shit out and mushed that nigga in the face.
Okay,
Don't be putting your hands on me. I'm talking peaceful after the fact. I'm talking before it even get to a fight. If I was Will Smith. Because once you put your hands on me, don't expect peace. You started war, nigga. Okay. You have initiated war, nigga.
You know what? You didn't even.
What do you mean?
You didn't set it up like that when you initially was giving your reaction to it.
What he been saying since Clubhouse was, because he went in, he went ham, super ham on Clubhouse, and what he was saying was, if a nigga walk on stage and put his hands on me, I'm fucking him up right there. I don't give a fuck. Have no restraint, none of that shit. I'm assuming that means if he's Chris Rock.
You assuming.
What he also been saying is
assuming.
I don't.
But I'm saying, but it's
in the context of the conversation. It's called reading the room. It's called reading the room, aka listening.
So when your opinion changes with each room, it's hard to go there.
What he also said, all the way from the beginning, was a joke is a fucking joke. I don't give a fuck. This nigga soft as a motherfucker. Nigga, you shouldn't even be at the fucking award show if you can't take a joke. You are your wife, blah, 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 blah. So again, I'm assuming he's saying Will shouldn't.
I'm just fucking with him. You ain't got to defend it. I'm just fucking.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I know. But yeah, I'd have whooped his ass. But at the same time, if I was Will, I would have just went up and put my hands on that man. No, because that was just completely disrespectful.
In order for it to have been treated a couple of ways, then yes, it didn't require it.
But here's the thing, right? I think
that's the only way that would have been avoided for him not to even have gone on stage with that. But again, that could have been a conversation.
I think we having this conversation and having the position in this conversation because we're watching it on television in real time. But I think that the comment section and generally how sisters feel about it is kind of the pressure that the ordinary black man, not a motherfucking Will Smith up on some fucking award show, feels all the time. Like we kind of live with the idea that, we can go fuck it off at any time and shit, fuck it all off, right? Because our woman feels a particular way, and we know that we can't go back home allowing her to feel that way, right? So you hear about a lot of niggas getting shelved and a lot of niggas getting fucking buried, behind prideful type of shit, right? Like defending shit that shouldn't really need to be defended, Or, and this is even worse, you know, a lot of times, especially when you're younger and shit, right? You find yourself in a situation that's kind of been created by your chick because she really believes the shit that you've been telling her or the shit that you indicate to her that you are, right? She really thinks that you a fucking tough nigga. Like, nigga, my nigga will slump you. And now you gotta go slump a nigga, because guess what? The next nigga don't believe that shit. Like, if this nigga is as tough as you say he is, then that nigga got to come shooting like I'm going to come shooting, because I'm coming shooting. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
and all that other shit you talking about don't mean shit. A lot of times, and, you know, I watch this shit happen, you know, as a teenager, all the way up to fucking adulthood, where I watch niggas be fucked over and fucked under, you know what I'm saying, trying to defend honor that is indefensible. Like, imagine this, right? Imagine you fall in the club with your chick and shit, right? And a nigga just fall up to the fucking bar, sit at the table with y'all, and get to getting at your girl and shit. Like, what the fuck is up with you? Well, where you been? You just gonna show up like this? What the fuck? Like, come here, let me talk to you, and grabbing your girl by the arm and some more shit. You have no fucking idea what's going on, but your natural instinct is, nigga, I'm gonna put your ass in the ground, nigga. What the fuck you disrespecting me and her? You don't know she been fucking him for 6 weeks, every day at lunchtime and some more shit, and now she just stopped fucking answering the calls because you looked at her phone crazy or some crazy shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? We always find ourselves in the kind of scenarios, and rarely do you find the sister that's gonna be on some. The only time you find a sister that's willing to save the life of the two niggas that she loved the most is when it's her brother. Like, my sister ain't calling me, because she already know. Like, the nigga that she arguing with, that nigga can end up dead or gone, or I could end up dead or gone. So what the fuck am I gonna call this nigga for? I'm gonna call this nigga and tell him 3 weeks later, oh yeah, you know, I had to hit this nigga in the head with a broomstick. What?
Right.
Well, what did he do? He didn't do shit. Oh, okay. Because I'm still ready to go fucking
and
trip,
go let it
right?
and let it be that, right? Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
She already know.
But on, you know, on some general shit, you know, you testing the loyalty, the ball sacks, or whatever of the nigga that you fucking. You don't be fucking thinking about this nigga. Okay, let's just take the nigga getting killed out of the scenario. Let's take this nigga getting his fucking eyes socked out, because a nigga can't whoop everybody.
Right.
Now, why would you put this nigga in a position to where he got to go defend you on some you fucking talking slick to another nigga? I don't give a fuck, man. My nigga's right over there. Type of shit. But we don't think like that. Niggas think like that all the time, right? Niggas be like, if there's a chick in the mix and my girl is some kind of some bullshit, let me get these motherfuckers away from me. Let's check the spot. I ain't fixing to be in no chick's face talking about, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, and my girl will fuck you up.
Not at all.
It just ain't gonna happen.
Not at all. Not at all. Man, bitch, get out my face, man. Quit going about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know
hey, sissy.
You been going about that bullshit. I ain't trying to fuck with you with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get out my face, man. Somebody get this bitch.
Oh, yeah, you already know, Yogi, when she my mama, you know, are any portions thereof other mother, brother's mother.
Yeah, they don't get caught though. It's
I'm
the same
fucking
mother.
you up. I'm fucking you up.
Oh,
nigga.
yeah, that's bad though.
Disrespect moms, nigga.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck what it is.
She made that call. The call is made. You done fucked up. You
nigga, that's what it is. She say, I'm calling my sons, nigga. She picked that phone up. You better do it moving, nigga, because we on the way.
Yeah, don't be there.
Talking about it, nigga.
Don't be
you
there.
Already talked to moms, nigga. You did all your talking.
You did all your all the shit you had to say. You done say.
Do it moving, homie.
Right. But she'd only make that call if necessary.
If not, because she already know I ain't gonna put my niggas in there. I ain't like my sons. Fuck that. I ain't calling them niggas. Them niggas gonna come burn everything up trying to get you out.
Because it's the
I
same
ain't calling
way,
them niggas.
Bro.
If I call them nigga, it's because I needed to. Especially Yogi gonna fuck a nigga up anyway.
I mean, I know I'm
and then call everybody.
Nigga gonna call us about Yogi and shit.
No, I
need to come get your mama, right? You need to come get your mama.
They don't understand the bloodline, like.
But that's what I mean. My whole thing is, outside of all of that bullshit, just from a man to a man, well, from a black man to a black man, man, you gotta have more. You gotta hold our people with just as much esteem as you would a white dude or anybody. Just the respect aspect of it in general, bro. Like you're not crazy. I don't assume that he's like
What
any
up,
type
man?
of dumb. What it do? I don't assume that he's any type of an idiot. I'm pretty sure he has some type of conflict resolution going on in his life because he didn't often beat the shit out of his wife when he found out she was fucking her son's friend. So he has some type of fucking conflict resolution in his
I remember
body.
that, Miglin.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mr. Butterfly Knife. They gonna stab everything except something with flesh.
nah, nigga, that ain't even it though. Cause I had big knives and I'd have punched with that too.
How would nigga stab a big ass fucking knobby tire with a fucking star knife? Nigga, that bitch is sharp everywhere. What's wrong with you, nigga?
My
That's
tire
meant to be thrown.
Yeah, my her tire was a nubby and I just simply had the wrong knife. Wrong knife.
Whatever, nigga.
Wrong
Pay the
choice
piper,
of
nigga.
wrong
Pay
choice
the
of
piper, nigga.
wrong choice of
Go
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Amen.
saying that shit
Wrong,
like got whole
wrong.
reconstructive surgery.
You're right, Frank. We're going with that.
Wrong choice of
We're going with that.
wrong choice of munitions. That's all. Bad choice of weaponry. Because believe you me, I'd have had the right weaponry. That's how I would have been smashed. All types of destroyed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she talking about another time. She ain't talking about the time when you cut the inside of your shit all open.
Oh no, that was behind my mother and my sister, and that's different. Because that's my mother and my sister. And yeah, I broke my hand socket in the door. Who wouldn't?
I done that too.
You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? That's my mother and my sister, man. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't punch that motherfucking steel beam.
Yeah, that's my mother and my sister, man.
Crushed all my shit.
The crazy is I literally socked the door in though. Socked the door in, like off the back hinges and everything. Like, nigga, that was crazy. That was a crazy night. That was crazy. That
was on his Fano shit. That nigga had all the stones.
I was low key fresh out too. I was low key fresh out the pen.
He had all the stones, right? This nigga was like 240.
Yeah, and I was fresh. Nigga,
240.
Socked that shit out that door. Fuck my whole head up. That door moved though.
Say shit, though.
We was in that bitch. We went over that motherfucker too. That shit was crazy.
I didn't kick a couple of the motherfuckers. And look, the coldest part, right? I kicked 2 doors off the shit in my life, and both of them been arguing with the 2 motherfuckers I love the most in life and shit. Both my fucking sisters, right? 15 years apart, right? Kicked the hole in one door and kicked the whole door off the other. So I still got the scratches and some bullshit. Because you know what you're not gonna do? You're not gonna slam no motherfucking doors around this bitch. If you slamming doors, there ain't gonna be no doors.
Off the hinge eye, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Right off. Yeah, man. I did that. Yeah.
We just gonna be open barring in this motherfucker. Fuck with
but that's just my point though. Warrior's blood, bro. I'm always ready to go. That's how I know Will Smith wouldn't have got away with slapping a nigga like me, because we turned the whole shit out. Turned the whole.
It would
Chris Rock is an oak. I can tell you that much. I tip my hat to that man with no bullshit. Thank you for continuing that show. The people got the show that they deserved, despite the bullshit, and I really commend that man, for that shit. He did his shit on that. Cause nigga, not me. I'd have been a nigga y'all talking about right now. How I whooped that nigga ass with the mic stand and beat the nigga with the. He slapped the nigga back with the envelope, and then he came off with the kick. Yeah, y'all have been all that fucking with me.
Yeah.
Turned that bitch out, nigga, all the way out. Slap me too. You did better socking me.
About to say,
nigga,
if you would have socked me, we gotta get it. We getting it right in. You slap me, nigga.
I'm gonna try to kill the shit out of you. The bare hand rip you the fuck apart type shit.
Shannon Sharp said if Will Smith would have slapped me, I'd have beat Will Smith's ass, and it would have been on site every time I see you. Open hand slap that nigga.
Yeah,
that's
what
I'm saying. So well placed.
That's what I'm saying, my man.
So well placed.
He showed. It really was. So
that shit was like that nigga had practiced that shit like 100 times.
That motherfucker was so nice. That motherfucker was so nice it looked fake.
This part of the palm, this part of the meaty part of the face in the jaw area. Y'all ever watch slap fights?
Yes. Yes, but you
Nigga,
can hear
that
them
was a
motherfuckers.
Perfect.
Hey, but
That
listen,
was
he slapped my nigga just enough for him to continue the show, though. He didn't get him hard enough to knock him out. He didn't get him hard enough to where he started bleeding or nothing. He just got him just enough so he can continue the show, nigga.
if you look when
Perfect slap.
he first gets smacked, it looked like Chris Rock is about to square off, but then he catches himself. Like, oh, what the?
I mean, he is from New
Will was
York.
gone by then.
Okay.
I guarantee you, if that nigga would have stayed on the stage 2 more seconds.
Yeah, it would have been a different scenario. It would have been. It would have been.
I'd have said, fuck
Then
you.
so would have came
Fuck
out.
her.
It would have been.
Bitch nigga.
It would have been.
And I'd have been off the
Even
stage.
in the moment, even in the 3 seconds that it would have took for me to realize,
right,
this nigga just slapped me.
Right, it was like
nigga
that.
just
Like,
slapped
had
me.
he not walked off at that moment, it's nothing in my spirit.
Ran off that
feel like
motherfucking
it wouldn't have
stage and dived in the chair with this.
It wouldn't have went
Nigga,
left
you
real
already in the chair. I'd have fucked that nigga up in that chair.
Yeah,
Nigga.
Anything short of that nigga tearing ass, nigga.
Well,
anything short of that nigga, because I'd have chased that nigga up the aisle, nigga.
The little note would have come on. The Oscars has now ended. That's how
Don't run, nigga. Don't run. That's all you heard me say. Don't run, nigga. Don't run. Bring your ass back, nigga. You want to slap me? Don't run, nigga. I'd have been, bring your motherfucker. I'd have been jumping over legs and shit. Yeah, fuck all that.
You know,
fuck all that.
Nigga with so many lefts, he'd have begged for a right.
I'm telling you, I'd have threw that microphone at that nigga or mic stand or whatever the fuck he had right there, nigga.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, boy.
But again, I understand, you know, in the era of, especially, you know, where we are as a community in social politics, and you know, we are rightfully in, you know, the protect black women era. And so I can understand, you know, at a time where most black women feel underrepresented, you know, underprotected, and damn sure, you know, can't communicate effectively with most of us. That was that show of ultimate love that I guess women want you to exhibit in that set of circumstances.
Hey, we got to be more tactical then.
And I say I understand that, right? I also understand too, right, that that situation probably wouldn't have been as it wouldn't have been the straw that broke the camel's back had there been a lot of other things addressed that have been in the public eye, so to speak. Because, like, you know, this nigga has been way more embarrassed about jokes than she has. And I would imagine that his sensitivities to anybody ridiculing him about anything that has to do with Jada is somehow fed by whatever she is saying or not saying inside the relationship. So let's not throw her motherfucking ass no bail either. You got some responsibility up in this bitch too.
It's all her fault, nigga. All the responsibility lie on her. Period. That ain't the point. The point is he acting stupid.
Wait.
All the responsibility lie on her. Because if her motherfucking ass couldn't have taken the joke, she should have kept her motherfucking ass at home too.
Wait.
You didn't have to go to that bitch.
Wait.
Period.
Hold on. Wait.
Period.
Wait. My
period.
Obligation to that stops to where I feel like Jada maybe should have stopped Will from doing what he did. But let's be fucking clear.
How did she stop it when she started in the first place?
What I'm saying is she, you know, because of that. But let's be clear, you know, when I say they had a rough year, you know, a lot of people refuse to believe that it was never said that Jada was the only one that did something in the marriage. Actually, they say it was an offset to fucking Will doing something. And actually, he came out and said he wasn't the innocent one in the marriage. Her shit just got put on public display because that bitch ass nigga August.
He just said he wasn't the only one.
What you saying?
That's what that was.
About what you saying. You know, you be like that bitch ass Jada. Let's talk about that whole ass nigga Will. Because
they both should have stayed they sensitive asses at home.
We're gonna keep it about the
period.
award show. We're gonna keep it about the award show.
And Jada is a different type of slut though. Jada is a different type of slut though. She a different type of slut because she fucking on her son's friend. She's a different type of slut. She's a different type of slut. She's a different type of slut because she's sleeping with her. She's sleeping with her son's friend though. 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 She sleeping with her son friend though.
Can't take a
She a
fucking
different
double
type of
standard,
slut.
huh? Can't take
She
a double
sleeping with her son friend though. Invited your husband, your family invited this nigga in to help him though. She's a different type of slut though.
All right.
Period.
Go for it.
Fuck you mean?
I guess you ain't.
Allegedly.
I guess
Allegedly,
you
my ass is out
feeling
there.
free, huh? See,
Fuck
that's
you
the
mean?
fucking problem with men, and that's why y'all don't fucking
Wait a
have
minute,
women
I
that
ain't
they
said
fucking
nothing.
talk about. Y'all want to
I
talk
ain't said
all that
nothing.
shit, but y'all ain't. Y'all for double fucking standards, and I've always.
How do you
said
figure that? How do you
Always
figure
said
that?
That's
How do you figure that?
That's outside the fact that was her
Man.
son's friend. Yeah, that was a little different. But again, let's not. I mean, you say that shit
Just
like
a little
he
different,
did
though.
Will so fucking
Just
bad.
a little different.
What
I wouldn't give a.
Will did
I
happen?
wouldn't give a fuck if it was Denzel. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was a motherfucking Antonio Brown. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was any other motherfucker that's a grown ass man that's not your kid's motherfucking friend. The nigga that we invited into our motherfucking house to help his motherfucking ass out.
Nobody
The fuck
said,
you mean, man?
Nobody said
She's a different kind of slut. Is what I'm saying. Different kind of slut is what I'm saying. Different kind of slut is what I'm saying. And I can't wait to see Will Smith and have him slap me because I'm gonna sock the shit out that nigga.
Well,
Said that, nigga.
I wasn't, just for the record, Shell, I wasn't talking about the sexual escapade with August Alstina or any of the shit that we just gonna err on the side that they both knew what was going on in their marriage, right?
Exactly.
So we can't have no judgment about it.
Right.
What I can judge you about, Jada Pinkett Smith, is not your feelings that you had for Tupac, who's been dead for 20 some odd motherfucking years and wasn't fucking with you 20 years prior to that shit or 10 years prior to that. But you would take those feelings and those internal things that you know have to be hurtful to your husband, and you make those things public as some kind of cathartic shit for your fucking self. And I just think that shit is shameful, hurtful, and selfish as a motherfucker. And there's no way around that shit. And to say that this nigga was supposed to just take all that kind of emotional shit on the chin and not be affected by it is just kind of like how I believe that sisters kind of expect black men to kind of always take it on the chin. Like, we don't have no feelings about nothing. We don't feel no kind of, how we feel is how y'all tell us we're supposed to feel. And I just think that that's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Not even counting what she did sexually.
She took advantage of my man in general. Did you see that thing I sent you though? Did you watch the clip I sent you? Did you watch the clip I sent you?
None of that.
Did you watch the clip I sent you?
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't that crazy though? Even right down to the daughter though.
Yeah.
The letter and shit.
That's what kind of made me.
She took advantage. Yeah, she took advantage of his whole kindness. The type of nigga he is, man. Turned that nigga to a nigga who walk on stage and slap niggas at the Oscars.
Well, you know what?
Because Little Willie from Philly wouldn't have did no shit like that.
Hold on. I get that, but we're not gonna sit there and act like famous men in the spotlight have not done the same thing. Because in my eyes, that's what Puffy did to Cassie. I'm kind of glad she got out when she did, because when Kim died, it was this whole public display about you was the love of my life and I never should have done what I did or left you, and you was with Cassie for like 12 fucking years. So how much of a slap was that for somebody who was with you for like 12 to 15 fucking years? So again, I understand that we heard, and I understand that we have feelings in terms of endearment, but it definitely is a way that you do it. No, I understand that they had those personal feelings about Pac and what they had or maybe what they didn't have. But yeah, once you decide to marry Will, some of those love letters should have just stayed in your heart.
Right.
You know, I
should have got rid of all that shit. All that shit would have been buckled. My kids shouldn't be talking about this nigga. None of that shit.
I feel like Puff did the same thing to Cassie. I feel like some of that shit, yeah, you know, she's the mother of your kids. She dead now. But how you kind of went about it after she died was definitely a slap to the person who had been with you for over 12 years.
I definitely will give you that. I don't know who that person is, but
right.
You know, so what I'm saying is that. So what I'm saying is that yes, it's done. She ain't the only one who did it, and they ain't gonna be the last person. But again, that goes back to just kind of, you know, a little bit of respect. I get that, but sometimes, you know, sometimes you gotta take some shit with you. Because you don't,
Drop that shit
you
off.
don't want the person that you claiming you loving or you with to feel a certain kind of way about it. That's a lot of pressure to be on somebody. For you to
Drop
be
that shit.
sitting here making this public declaration of fucking love, but you with me. I mean,
But hold on though.
because you can't
His
tell nobody how to feel, but
old
to
girl
me,
died. That was some emotional crazy
I
shit,
think,
right?
but I think,
But this nigga was like probably in the other room.
but I think some of that stuff should have been kept private, and stuff like that. Now don't get me wrong, the media made
That's
a whole,
crazy.
media has always made a big deal about it, probably more than it ever was. But there was some things that Jada did that, I get that it was his birthday. I get you did something like that with your friend,
All of the
but it wasn't.
things.
But a lot of
Jada
it was
did.
in terms of, you were a best friend to me. Some of that stuff was a little. I felt
No,
on more
that
of
was
an
all
intimate,
Pac.
on more of an
Pac was a
intimate
friend.
level.
Yeah.
Of
Pac was a
more
friend.
intimate feelings that you had, and,
She
and
make
sometimes and sometimes we have to watch. We have to watch that. That's like a fucking ex. You have to watch how you talk about them like that, because one would still be like, are you fucking still in love with them? Do you fucking still want them? So sometimes, we have a way of making the people that we love feel alienated. I would never say that. I don't ever feel like Will might have felt like that,
some shit you just gotta keep to yourself.
So again, and you know why? Because yes, like you appreciate the relationship that Will, Jada, and Cherie, his ex, have, but even and they were even married for a second, but even with that, he just never did that much declaring like she did, you know, and he got a kid with her and he was married with her. I've just never felt that, like, they all good now when you get a good appreciation that they all appreciate each other. But I've never once that felt that Will was on the fucking mountaintop making a declaration to Cherie like that with Jada sitting at home.
But that's what I'm saying though,
Oh yeah,
man.
you gotta,
Like,
we gotta respect it. We gotta know that
gotta
sometimes
respect,
words
man.
and people have feelings and stuff like that, and we definitely have to. We gotta watch the way you move sometimes.
And I think still, and even in that fact, even if that shit is pissing your ass off or you feel some type of way, stay. Well, I don't know. I can't say that because sometimes that shit do just creep up on you. So I kind of retract that shit because you never know what's gonna make you pop when you're about to pop. Nigga, it could have been a nigga stepping on his J's one day, and you know what I'm saying. And he already smacked the photographer on some bullshit, smacked the shit out the white dude. So I guess we were just like smacking the shit out of people. But you never know what make a motherfucker pop though, especially when you're going through some shit like it and it's getting heavy, and you never know, when too heavy is too heavy, nigga. Sometimes that shit just go. I feel that, but come on, man. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? Like we
I
got to
think
be
that
more
personally,
tactical,
we
bro.
all have to do better with holding it together in public because just how we talking about Will, just fucking talk about Juwan Howard.
Yeah, it could have been anybody.
You
It could
just
have been anybody.
suspended for slapping a
Ray
motherfucking
Rice,
coach.
nigga,
So you supposed to
Solange,
be
nigga,
setting the
all of
example
them.
for the kids
All of
that you
them.
out here coaching. No, I'm
All
just
of them.
saying, if we're gonna call a spade a spade. He might have had great reasons to why he did what he did, but still, you supposed to be in a caliber of.
No, yeah. I agree with you. We all got to.
I think that everybody needs to watch what the fuck they out here doing.
That's what I'm saying. From Ray Rice to fucking Solange Knowles to fucking, all the motherfuckers, man, that be on their bullshit in public. Like, bro, it's a better way to do this. You got to be more tactical. You got to be more tactical, man. You know what I mean? Because you just keep fueling the fire, bro. In terms of stereotypes, and I guess
And
I don't really think a lot of
people
motherfuckers
do
perceive us
it's
that
not
way.
just themselves involved, So hey, but
I believe that's true in general too. Everybody gotta get better. Got to be more tactical. Learn how to talk shit out, bro. Just talk it out. Hug it out, goddammit. Hug it out. Bring it in. Bring it in. You know what I'm saying? No, but really though, if you just talk to the man after, so like he said, I'd have just went and waited for him and asked him a couple questions. You know what I'm saying? I'd ask him a couple questions and see what the answers were. Then we proceeded from there.
Upon them answers is
right.
where we was gonna go.
But not all in the middle of the shits with the shit happening like that, bro. That was just distasteful, bro. That was crazy. It shouldn't. It damn sure shouldn't. But a lot of people, I don't know, man.
I mean, it depends on what kind of character you have.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man, because a lot of people
I
get
get what
money
you're
and turn
saying,
into
Felicia, but let's talk about
beasts.
people who already got fucked up calibers. I mean,
Yeah,
characters.
right.
That's what she's
Money
saying.
Yeah,
just
That's
made
what
the
she's saying.
motherfucker. Oh, okay. So
yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's true.
exactly what she's saying.
That's
She's saying
true.
whoever you are, money. And this is the way I'm interpreting it. Whoever
And
you are,
I'm
deep
taking it that way
inside,
too now.
money gives you the freedom to not give a fuck about
Mhm.
putting up all these different pretenses that you something or somebody else, right?
I
Right.
agree.
Like fuck that. I got too much money for this shit. I could just be me. Whatever fucked up or good
That
shit that
is,
might be.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I agree.
Everybody with money is good, and everybody with money ain't just no piece of shit either. You know, you got
Right.
some
But at the
altruistic
same
people,
time, like
and you
we
got some
said
just
on previous
wholly
podcasts,
evil.
like I always take it back when y'all start saying it to your boy. At some point, how he was rolling through the hood like that, and and being the caliber of the person he was with the amount of money he has. You know, like you said, either you were still walking the line or you wasn't. Talking about your boy that got
Who
killed that we were talking about in the podcast a while back, and you was just like, why was he even in that life like that? You know? So sometimes, again, I do feel like when you're in a different tax bracket, you need to fucking move different. Y'all could disagree on that, but yeah, you need to move a little different because it's multiple reasons why you need to move different. You know, because everybody that's your friend, not your friend. Everybody don't share your everybody don't share your your success like that. People don't a lot of people don't see you the same no more. But if you just acting like the same dude off of 23rd and but you work 5 billion, you gotta I ain't saying you gotta change. I ain't saying you gotta change your character, but again, I'm gonna say you gotta change the
just
way
got to
you
start
move.
putting more
You
insulation
you
around you.
you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
change. You
Create
gotta
more
change the
buffers.
way
Right.
you gotta
Yeah.
change the way you move a little
Yeah,
bit. Maybe
create
you
more
can't do
buffers.
the fucked
Like
up
you can still
certain
touch
things.
the hood without being in the hood. I agree.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
remember
yeah
we was talking about
exactly,
that.
Yeah,
exactly. You
I
gotta
agree.
change the way you move.
I agree.
But in terms of what Fee was talking about, I think that here, let's just take Will Smith. Let's take Will Smith and Will Smith's character, with or without money. He's just a fun-loving, cool, fucking individual, happy-go-lucky, jokey, ha-ha type motherfucker. And you would imagine he could take a joke,
The
even a
fucking
bad
Fresh
joke,
Prince. He's
right?
the fucking Fresh Prince.
Okay,
Parents just
that's
don't
with or
understand.
without money.
You know what
Now
I'm saying?
let's take the Fresh Prince, broke as a motherfucker in West Philadelphia, still born and still being raised, and in the fucking spot with his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? And his baby mama is on some shit like, nigga, you every time you fucking go down, pass by the fucking park, nigga, I see you coming the back way, nigga, because you don't want to be walking by, all them thug niggas with their shirts off and shit, slam dunking, nigga. Yeah, get out there and do something, motherfucker. Be a man. And she go out there and a nigga say something slick to her. Well, Will Smith is gonna fight and probably get his ass whooped. Same way Will Smith with money walked on that motherfucking stage and slapped Chris Rock. And right now he's getting his digital ass whooped.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Feel what I'm
going through
saying?
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He going through it. Like, but and given his own set of choices, I don't think that he would have felt offended enough to go up there and do that to that man.
Right.
Same way, given his set of choices, he wouldn't go out there and fight the niggas on the basketball court because his baby mama is hanging off the motherfucking fence talking about, ooh, when a nigga do a 360 dunk.
Right. Right.
You are who the fuck you are.
True that. But I mean, at the same time, I can't imagine all of that intelligent or what, because the man that made some smart moves in terms of, his business, the way he carried his business acumen. Um, I would have to think, and this is just me personally, it may be a little bit more mentally in terms of stress, frustration, or whatever. Even if it is him, because it is him. Like I said, he slapped the photographer dude, on some bullshit, that he could easily, I would imagine, have brushed off, but he caught Will at a bad time and got slapped the shit out of, right? So it ain't like he not prone for doing this shit. You know what I mean? This ain't Will first time for slapping a motherfucker in public, is what I'm saying, right? It's just that it just wasn't the place. You know what I mean? Like, even if you are prone to slap the shit out, you could have slapped the shit out of a nigga after a little bit of drinks to power up your slap in a parking lot. You could have walked that motherfucker around the club and got us down with that nigga in the bathroom, and both of y'all could have came out that motherfucker with fucked up tuxedos and shit. But you know what I mean? You can be tactical at this shit.
Right.
Because not being tactical, you getting your digital ass whooped, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna recover from it because you're Will Smith. At the end of the day, even if you didn't, you pretty much straight. But understand,
I got two problems with this because it seemed like we semi giving a pass on one thing, but in my opinion, that you shouldn't be out here slapping a fucking cameraman.
No, he shouldn't have. I'm not saying that was right.
Yeah, because I'm like,
my point. The point that I was making was, regardless if that is who you are in the context of the conversation, you got to be a better person.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that he's
all I was basically trying to get at.
Out here doing stuff like that, and I can only assume that you doing it because, again, because you are in a different tech bracket, you do move differently. You may be the star, but again, we gotta. It's just way too many people out here comfortable doing shit like slapping something like that. To me, that's like a whole move for a man.
I agree too.
Like I said, and I'm even taking it back to Juwan Howard. Mitchell could have got kicked the fuck out over his move. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you think about the kids you're mentoring, the kids you're coaching? Like, we way too comfortable. That wasn't his first time doing it. So at what point like, cause to me, change behavior for me, like, shame on you one time, but you do it again, and you just doing it because you could get away with it, and you just doing it because who you are. Had they fired him as a coach, I'd have been perfectly okay with that, because you can't be out here doing that, and you in a position to where you coaching people, supposed to be a mentor. I ain't giving Will another fucking pass on that shit. You did it once before. Yes, ma'am. America might have acknowledged you and kind of stood up for you, maybe said that you did some shit out of emotion, but guess what? You should have learned from that shit. So don't do it again. So it's just that it's too many people out here. It's too many repeat offenders out here doing the same goddamn thing. And I'd be like, so again.
At the end of the day, keep your hands to yourself, or at least give a motherfucker a chance to defend yourself. You just literally walked off like you knew that nigga wasn't finna do nothing to you.
Right. That shit was hilarious. Like, nigga, I did that.
Yeah, with a smirk and everything.
But guess what? But again, he gon' put it in his pockets, because guess what? The Will Smith that a lot of people knew and respected, it dropped you, regardless of how many times he apologized. It dropped him down a peg, and some people, some people didn't review him as that dude. Not he that nigga that could.
Shit. A lot of motherfuckers mad at that shit. A lot of motherfuckers view that nigga as a waiting.
That shit gonna hurt.
He probably gonna get a lot more roles like Hitch from now on. I can bet you that, because Hitch flicks is gonna be all the rage on that nigga calendar. Because only women who think that they defended her honor is gonna watch some goddamn things. Because niggas that I know with a Will Smith movie, unless he just so happen to make it into a Marvel movie, because I love Marvel movies, I ain't fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was some bullshit. That was some bitch shit, bro. Real shit. You did way better than me if you just socked the shit out the nigga. I still thought it was wrong, but god damn it. If you go disrespect the nigga, go all the way, I guess.
It's like go all out, huh?
Right.
All right, well, that right there gets us to an hour and a half, damn near on the dot, at the end of another great one. I want to send a special shout out to all the ladies in the comment section tonight. I really
fam in the building, powered by the people.
Our fam has been in support. Love you all. Shout out to my boy Nick Nass, man.
We missed you in this one, baby.
Guess you must be somewhere under a rock getting some rest or something, catching a nap. Mama Nell, you know what to tell them.
Right. Thank you.
Shout out to Janie.
Man, we do it for y'all. We
Shout
do it
out
for
to Mama
y'all.
Yogi.
My
Shout
mama.
out to Auntie Lala.
My
Shout
auntie.
out to Mama. Shout out to Mama Nell. Shout
Mama
out to the
Nell.
executive producer, Sissy, in
Executive
the
producer
building.
of the building.
And
Shout out to my wife.
Meeklin.
All day in the
Shout
building.
out to Meeklin in the house. Oh, and a big shout out to my boy Deadleg Craig, popped in for a minute. Good seeing
What
you,
up,
big dog.
bro?
My big homie. All right, y'all. You guys know what it is. I'd like to thank everybody that joined us on the Facebook and the YouTube live. If you joined us on the Facebook side of the game, jump over to YouTube and give us a sub over there. Always helps out. Catch us on a replay on either of the platforms. Leave a comment. They show up in real time. Nick Nass up at 3, 4 in the morning. He always rewatching shows, commenting in real time. We'd like to see that jump off. What else? Any other church announcements?
Good.
That's pretty much it. Oh, I know what. Join us. Jump over if you guys have Clubhouse on your phone. Jump over there. We got a club over there. It's called the Piranha Pond. We generally jump in and have some of these same kind of conversations.
We be going
Hottest
in on
fish
Clubhouse
grease
though.
over there.
Hey, we get it in on
We
Clubhouse
might get a
though,
little
y'all.
real. Y'all think we get a real on the show?
Yeah.
You guys
You feel like
always
they don't like each
jump
other.
in.
They
Nah,
can't
we
deal.
love each other, man. Fuck all that. This family business. Fuck all that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I'll be on a plane in a minute.
In a minute,
Y'all
we
like
will,
covered. We covered.
If you jump over on the Clubhouse stage, we will bring you up on stage so you can be part of the show. Also, know that you can always be part of the show. I put the link up on Facebook page. It's generally right above the podcast on my page. Jump in
and also,
become a live part of the show.
Bro, let them know that they don't have to use their cameras, man. All we need is the voice. You can. You don't even need your cameras on. Right, you don't got to be up front, but come on and voice your opinions, man. This is what it's for. This is what we do.
Yeah, we'll give you a square and let you black it out.
Right.
And you can just give
your profile pick up there.
Yeah, come hang out.
Oh, baby, that's all.
In any event, what is this? Oh. Mom said I get on her last nerve. Meek says good night. Janie says real love. Shout out to Janie. And Mom says we too funny. Y'all know what it is, what it has been, what it always will be. We are live at 5/7 Central from the Piranha Pond. And now we are